I'm Aldyn, and I am here with you on well, it's October 3rd, but I was going to say October 2nd. It's the week of October 2nd. And anyway, 2017, and have some cards ready to be pulled. They're ready to go for this week's card reading, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how this week unfolds with the Aries full moon, and there's just like a lot of interesting astrological aspects going on. So we've got like the Aries full moon, which in that case, of course, the moon opposes the sun. But yeah, the sun is in Libra. So we've got like this dynamic of, really balancing and reaching out in ways that are, like instigated from a fiery, passionate place, but also very like reasonably directed, like naturally balanced. When we look into our heart center and we reach out from that space, and give our twin flames some love. So that might be all inner work, so to speak, or it might look more like directed action or anything, I guess, in between. And right now the moon is in Pisces. So, if you're feeling some deep emotional pulls, that might be why, kind of, in the waters there. And also, Venus and Mars are conjoining, so like the two lovers. And so this is a really, really potent time, around twin flame union, and taking that that framework to the next level of consciousness within for your personal and unique twin flame in you, and then also for the collective. And Aries meets Libra, so like the personal meets the collective, the social too. So exciting times, and let's get going with the card reading. So the first card I've got here is six. Ooh. It's getting late, I'm tired. Six of water, yeah. You can see that decently, hopefully. And, okay. So, memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. And I believe I pulled this card somewhat recently. And so this is reminding me too of Mercury in Libra, and this idea of communication coming from a balanced place, like always comes from your inner child in a way, like from a youthful place, from a place that's not burdened by adult matters. That doesn't mean that you're not wise, or whatever, but actually just and I think of communication, with the six of water, and we're also in Pisces moon right now, so this kind of traveling through the depths of our emotions. We find our inner child. We connect fully. We connect fully to the inner child and to infinite wisdom, all at the same time. And so, in romanticizing the past, what this really means to me is that we're romancing ourselves as we are divinely meant to. Those kinds of fantasies, like healthy fantasies that are in your heart as a child, not so maybe like social standard driven or expectation driven, but real like whispers and desires from your heart, and finding those places of true romance, authentically placed within inside you divinely, and accessing that and embracing that, and following, that like taking the dive down, like into those places in your heart, in the ocean of your emotion. So yeah, that's what this card is accessing for me, pulling up for me. And memories from your history or childhood. Also, again, going back to seeing the youth in your twin flame, feeling that brotherly and sisterly love. I know that I've personally experienced in many twin flames, have experienced their twin flames kind of referring to the love between them as, like a kinship, or like this, is it brotherly and sisterly, or is it sexual? Or twin flames, so, it is romantic, but it's all encompassing, So this kind of can take you back to that place of that real, like, just innocent, youthful love. And that also makes sense too with Venus in Virgo, Venus and Mars in Virgo, and the High Priest and Priestess in Union, and Virgo, being priest, priestess, the Virgin, and so like that, yeah, that sense of purity and innocence in, but also, with the passionate love that comes from the Aries Moon. So cool. Then, oh my gosh, I have been pulling this card personally a lot lately. That's funny, and I did shuffle this deck very well. So, yeah, Ace of Water. So we've got another water card, really paying attention to this time, this emotional time going into the Aries Moon. And I mean, Aries also, there's a lot of emotions there, can be passionate and quick, impulsive. There can also be anger. My moon, I have an Aries moon personally, so I'm Capricorn, Aries, Capricorn sun sign, Aries moon sign. And so yeah, and my sun and my moon are squared. So anyway, that's my personal story, but I guess I'm just reminded of that, in dealing with emotions, and how this time of Pisces and all this water is really like, the moon. And along with Libra, like, we're allowed to kind of balance ourselves as we dive deeper into our emotions. And this is really attractive to your twin flame too, when you're able to find yourself, fully within, and in a balanced way, in a way that is striking, because you're non-judgmental of yourself. You're really loving, but it's not. Sometimes you can project onto yourself, even with love that is kind of false with how you've been taught to love yourself, or perhaps there's just a higher way to love yourself that you're on your way to learning, to what you're doing now. And so this time is really helpful to accessing that higher self, and bringing that higher self actually like very, very deep within. So Ace of Water, falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, a new home. So yeah, if you're, feeling that longing in your heart, that, call home with your twin flame, that's really beautiful, and you're there right now. So it's all about feeling where that call is taking you within, because if something's calling you home, do listen to that, and don't just go, hey, I'm already home, like I'm good. No, you can just relax into the place where your heart is taking you and see where it takes you, and don't be afraid of that. And oh yeah, I was gonna also say there's Uranus and Neptune. I don't know if it's like a semi-square or something. Can't remember the aspect it's making, but this weekend, and that's all pointing at spiritual development right now, especially after this really potent full moon, which is happening on Thursday. So yeah, then this weekend, it's kind of like a great time to, I guess, to just, I was gonna say examine. I was trying to look for another word, but it just keeps on coming in. So examine the progress that you've made, kind of with your spiritual journey. Like perhaps there's just some glimmering in there that you're not paying attention to, that you actually can really shift your focus onto, like a recentering of yourself in this new vibration that you're attaining. So yeah, just a good time to evaluate that, and to just keep raising your vibe in that kind of a way. And also, there's, the Pluto is like squaring the full moon. And there's a few aspects with Pluto this week. So, continuing on from last week as it went direct, and this idea of transformation. This is a really great time to pay attention to signs and symbols and anything else, messages from your twin flame, just in how to appreciate and communicate with them in a way that really enlivens your union with the divine, with God especially. First and foremost, and your twin flame comes along right there with you, since you are one, you're divinely connected with your twin flame in just the perfect manner. So yeah, falling in love, or the resurgence of a relationship. Well, and of course, this is just all about continuing to fall in love with life, and thus, your twin flame too, your beloved twin flame. And so yeah, just be in love with where you're at, and it is a time too, especially towards the end of the week, Saturn like squaring Venus, also to really pay attention to, yes, like loving your twin flame and all that is really beautiful and powerful, but you need to feel completely grounded and compelled, to just feel inspired in every moment on your own in life, and that's really really important and really attractive to raising your vibe to the vibe of union and harmonious union. And so you do this by remaining present, by surrendering everything. So there's no need to fear. You are right here, and you are divinely held all the time. So let's move on to the third and final card. And for this, we have balance. So number 14, balance. Archangel Zadkiel. Yeah, and the need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise, wait for perfect timing. Yeah, the full moon is really about perfect timing, which like timing's always perfect, I guess, for your unique soul journey through life. And that being said, the Aries full moon, along with the sun in Libra, so you can imagine the balanced scales, along with this potent fire, passion, energy, and also Mercury too, close to the sun in Libra. And Mercury rules communication, right? So it is like about waiting for the right balanced time to feel and express that fiery kind of love, or whatever is kind of deep within, that suddenly boils, comes up, like lava, like molten lava, but allowing it to come up in a balanced way rather than just like spewing forth in in a way that's less orchestrated, when you have the power to orchestrate on that level and express your love from a place of that wisdom of really embracing your feelings rather than having any kind of reaction to your feelings and communicating from that place. That's not so helpful, right? So feeling your feelings and the balance there, and then feeling that fire come forth from that place. And this is also just in expressing yourself, in the world. This is also about communicating, in your inner realm, in your heart space, the love that you give to yourself and to your twin flame. And cooperation and compromise, wait for perfect timing. Yeah, I mean that's kind of the gist of it. And also the moon towards the end of the week after the Aries full moon will move into Taurus, and it's so it's kind of a little more like grounded, earthy. And with Venus in Virgo, that rules Taurus, that just reminds me of going back to that purity, that kind of clean slate, kind of, so to speak, and integrating that into the more earthly realms of the things that you delight in, in the physical world, physical sensations, and just like what that means to you, the meaning that that it all holds. Where's the love in everything around you. And so it's not about like compromising, like you never need to compromise anything in that kind of way, but it's about the balance and that kind of compromise, like just finding the kinship within, projected outwards, and connecting outwards too. So that's with everything around you, with other people, with nature, and this allows you to see more of the truth too when you're kind of coming from this, balanced and clear place within. And trying to think if there's anything else. I think the picture here too, like on the water and pouring one cup into the other, it's about recognizing the precious flow of life and the flow, the flow of life within you, the like precious liquid that you hold, flowing from one cup to the other without spilling a drop. So this is also, to me, a message about, which is coming up a lot lately, and so not leaking your sexual energy outside of your twin flame union. And I'll say more about this in future videos. There's plenty of great information already out there as well, and I think that the topic is really going to come more and more into the forefront as time goes on, because it is really important. It actually feels really good to create a safe and loving place for you and your twin flame to connect romantically, again, from that like innocent, youthful place with Venus and Mars, the lovers, in Virgo. So I think that's pretty much what I have to say for this reading. So yeah, that's it. Please share, like, and subscribe, and I would love to work with you if you are interested in coaching services, astrology readings, flower essence attunements, and all of that good stuff that is helpful for supporting you in coming into union or harmonious union with your twin flame. You can go to harmonious-twin-flame-union.com, and I'll see you next time. Love you. Thanks. Bye.